Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese. This is my review of the NECA Alien Romulus Ultimate Scorched Xenomorph action figure and the Alien Romulus Accessory Set, which I both ordered from the NECA store. Now online on NECA store and in my order it called this the Ultimate, but I don't see the word Ultimate on this box anywhere. And also it doesn't have the usual flip open cover that the Ultimate figures usually have, so it still seems like an Ultimate though, with all the extra hands and accessories in there. I mean, not that it matters, it's just, is it considered Ultimate or is it not? I don't know. But the box is really cool though. I like the design of it. They got that little clear plastic with almost like, I don't know, like a screen, like a computer screen sort of look to it. The green line going around, the way the text is. It's cool. There's pictures on the side. There's the back. A little description. Bottom, the people made it. Here's the box for the accessory pack. Very similar in the design. There's the side. There's the back with everything that comes in it. And there's the bottom. Well, let's open these up. Okay, there they are, all opened up and laid out. I tried to separate the two packages. Mr. Evilcheese figure standing in the middle. And you get a lot of stuff with both of them. I don't remember this many hands ever coming with a NECA Xenomorph, but that is a lot of hands. So that's really cool. Lots of different poses you can do there. And you also get a stand, a clear plastic stand. I hope it holds up. I haven't had much luck with clear plastic stands. They always seem to break. And it comes with a face hugger, chest burster, alternate dome. And I think that's it for that pack. Then the accessory pack comes with a fossilized big chap. This looks pretty cool. And it comes with a face hugger, a chest burster, and another chest burster that's kind of like in a running position. And it comes with an assault rifle. And it comes with that sort of scientific thing that they put the facehuggers in to keep them asleep for study or whatever they're doing with them. It comes with different pieces of glass so you can have it breaking open, which is really cool. And it comes with a facehugger to go in that. And there's also a facehugger that could be used to stick around a human's neck and face, so that's cool. I'm not sure if NECA ever gave us one of those kinds before, but I like that. Well, the first thing I want to do is compare this Xenomorph next to some of the other ones, because it looks like he is really big compared to others. And he is. So there he is next to the big chap made by NECA. He's much bigger than him. One thing about this Scorched Alien is you can't stand him all the way up. His knees don't go straight. They have to stay a little bit bent. So I'm going to bend Big Chap's knees just a little bit, so it's more of a fair comparison. And I'll show him next to some other Xenomorphs. Got the warrior alien from Aliens. We got this alien, I think it's from AVP or something. Then the one from the video game. So yeah, he's bigger than all of them. This might be the biggest regular Xenomorph they've made, not counting like some of the weird animal-based ones from the Kenner tribute figures. I'm not counting the Queen, obviously. So there he is next to some humans. You got Newt, who looks very tiny, but she's always going to look tiny. There's Burke from Aliens, so you can get a normal human size. And he looks very small. Here's the Xenomorph next to the NECA Jungle Hunter Predator. And here he is next to a couple other taller NECA Predators. The Alpha Predator and the Feral Predator from Prey. So that's cool. I didn't really notice in the movie if the Xenomorphs were particularly bigger than usual, but I guess they could have been. So I like the design of this alien. Very similar to Big Chap in some ways, but it's got some other differences. Color, got all these brown spots on it. It's got a few other things that I've never seen before, like this piece on his stomach kind of sticking out. There's like space in between there. So that's kind of different. It's got like the exhaust looking things in the back that the big chap had. It's got the more animal-like legs. And I've never seen one with these kind of like hook toes coming up, toenails. So that's different. This whole ankle area is kind of different looking. But it looks cool. Freaky looking. And I really like the glossiness. He's a very glossy figure. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but very glossy. Which is good. And I really like the head. This sort of striped pattern. I don't know why, but it creeps me out in a way. But I like it. It's got silvery teeth. Another thing that's kind of different is the inner mouth. It's kind of a pinkish color instead of the usual sort of yellowish color. And the dome on right now is the scorched version. You can see that damage there. Remember when I watched the movie, because this figure was announced before I seen the movie, and I seen, oh, this must be the one that's the scorched one, because he's getting all burned up before he comes out of the little cocoon or whatever. And then when he comes out, I'm like, is he damaged? I don't see any damage on him. I thought it was gonna be like the grid alien where he's running around and it's like, oh, it's the scorched one. But I don't. After that scene, I didn't really notice him again. I don't. But I guess there was damage there. Maybe I just couldn't see it. But I mean, you can see it on the figure. Sort of like blue and black markings there. It's sculpted in too. It's not just painted. Well, that's cool. And you can pop that off. You can see the inside. That almost looks like a steel human skull in there. Almost looks like a face up there too. Some weird veins or whatever. And then here's the non-damaged version if you just want a regular Xenomorph from that movie. So that's cool that you have that option. I think I kind of like that better. Because I don't really like the damage that much. I like just this plain regular look. The Xenomorph is also kind of translucent too. It's hard to tell unless you actually hold it up to a light. Hot Toys is supposed to make one of these. They haven't put it up for pre-order, but I hope they do because it's just a cool design. You can see some of the hands. They got sort of like tack hands on, I guess. Reminds me of Aliens when he's in the vent and shines a light on him and he's got his hands up like this, like peekaboo. And he's got these hands, which I guess would be more like feet. Because I think these are hands that he'd be like running on or something like that. But that's very different to get those. That's cool. And there's a couple other hands, various finger poses. Depending on how you want to pose them, make them look creepy. There's some more relaxed hands, but still creepy, just because they're Xenomorph hands, which are just creepy. There's 6 fingers. None of them are stuck together like a lot of them are sometimes. Like a lot of times these two be kind of stuck together. We'll do articulation real quick, because articulation changes on some of the NECA Xenomorphs. His head can kind of slide like that. Take a turn. And also the neck down in here can move too. It's real tight. So that can help get some poses. At the shoulders, goes up real far. And there's double joint at the elbows. I think that's all the further it goes. And I can spin there too. And I can spin at the wrists and the hinge. Then underneath the rib cage, there's a joint there. Mostly just spins, but you can kind of get it to move back and forth here. Maybe tilt a little bit. Down out the hips. It's a little limited because these big sort of hip bones are big, but still go like that. Some unlimited. Right here at the knees is a single joint, but it doesn't really bend that far because it just goes from there to there. I do wish you could make it straight, just because I like to have them standing straight up sometimes, just to see how tall they can be. It doesn't really spin because that kind of stops it. Down here, this could spin. I don't think there's a hinge, I think it just spins. Down at the ankle, other ankle, whatever. Sort of tilt there. And there's a hinge. So, move it around pretty good. Oh, and the tail. Bendy tail. Looks like it bends all the way down to here somewhere. So that's cool. Oh, and the jaw. Almost forgot the jaw. Now the stand has a little ball joint up here with this little thing. I'm not sure exactly where you're supposed to put that. I was wondering if it goes onto this. Maybe on his neck. I'm not sure where that goes. Maybe in his tail. Well, maybe like that. Or like that. I have no idea. Look at the face hugger. Main difference with these is the coloring. Because usually they're that all kind of like this yellowish or skin color. But this one's got like sort of stripes. It reminds me of the orb weavers, spiders around here. They often make a little web outside of our doors. But it's cool. And here's the chest burster. Creepy. I'm trying to get him to stand up. I can't do it. There's a wire in there, just like there's a wire in his tail. I tried to make it kind of like a snake, but still it won't stand up. I don't know if I can get it to do it. Now for the accessory pack. This was one that I wasn't sure if I wanted it when I seen the pictures, but I'm glad I got it because it is really cool. I really like this. Very nice sculpt. One of the coolest things. It's got a little hole in the back to hang it on the wall. I mean, I guess I could make a hole myself, but I just kind of like that. It's kind of intended to do that. Kind of cool hanging somewhere. But yeah, he looks all sort of like copper or bronze or something. Yeah, even the back's sculpted. So that's really cool. So the box calls this a cryo frame case. I don't know what to call it, but it's cool. Nothing in there right now. First I thought this was like a hinge, but yeah, pop the whole thing apart. And then you can take this rolled up face hugger, stick it in there. Put that back on. And there it is inside of there, which is really cool that you can do that. But you can also switch it to these ones. So there it is with the broken open plastic or whatever that material is supposed to be. This side's got some holes in it. Guess you could stick a facehugger in there, but I think it's just supposed to be after it breaks out, so wouldn't really make sense. Well, just to try it, I stuck a facehugger in there. So yeah, you can see it in there, but yeah, it doesn't make sense that this is like broken out, but it's still in there. At first I thought these were two of the same exact facehugger, but they're not. This one doesn't open up or anything. It's just made to go in the case. But this is the one you can wrap the tail around the neck, put the legs around someone's face. This tail fell off though. I don't know if it's supposed to. So it doesn't stay in very good. I think it was supposed to be glued in. I accidentally popped it off. Here it is on Burke. I took his vest off because it was kind of getting in the way of the tail. But it works out pretty good. It's really cool to have one you can stick on someone's face. And here is the face hugger. And I think it's just the exact same as the one that came with the Xenomorph. Although this one's leg is bent. I don't think it's supposed to be though. Its tail's a little darker, but that's probably not consistent. And chest burster, exact same as the one that came with the Xenomorph. But you get this alternate one with a different sculpt, so it's like he's running. So that's cool. And also the tails are all bendy. And the other thing you get is a different assault rifle, which I guess it would just be laying there because they haven't given us any human figures from this movie yet. I don't know if they're even going to, but it's cool to have an assault rifle just either just lay in the display next to this Scorched Xenomorph and the other accessories. So that's cool. It's weathered looking, looks used, lots of paint detail on it. So there's Big Chap next to Big Chap. It looks to be about the same size. Oh, this part of the arm's longer than this one, but it don't matter. Okay, so I like both of these sets. The Xenomorph Ultimate is a really cool Xenomorph figure. It's really big. I love the sculpt of it. And all the option with all the hands. And he's really glossy. The paint looks real nice on him. But he's just a really cool Xenomorph figure. And he comes with a few extra things beside his hands, like a face hugger and a chest burster and the alternate dome. So that's awesome. And the accessory pack is really cool. Favorite thing about that, I'd say, is the... well, I think it would be the fossilized Big Chap. But I do really like the cryo case, or cryo frame, whatever it's called, and the options of having it broke open or have a face hugger stuck in there. I would kind of like to have two of those, so I can have one broken open and one with a face hugger in it. And it's really cool to get the one that you can wrap around somebody's neck and face, so that's really cool. So I really like both these sets. I hope they make some more figures from this movie. It would be cool to get that newborn at the end. That thing is creepy looking. It's a little weird. I kind of would rather her be fighting some regular Xenomorph at the end, but that was a freaky thing and a freaky part of the movie, so it'd be cool to get a figure of that. And maybe some of the humans, at least the main girl. Seems like they should make her, and maybe the droid. But yeah, I'm really happy with this figure. Like I said, I got it on the NECA store. I'm sure it'll be in other places soon if it's not there now. I don't know about the accessory pack though. I don't know if that'll be in stores. But, yep, this figure's awesome. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese. Thanks for watching and goodbye.
So what do we do, Hicks? You're in charge.
I say we take off and nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Did you just say newt the site from orbit?